Hey guys, happy Wednesday, April 15th. I hope you enjoyed my morning announcement of me making scrambled eggs for my little guy Anthony. So this past weekend we had spring break, and a bunch of you didn't complete your spring break challenge, and I get it. But I would like you guys to start focusing more on getting those things done. So we have some changes coming up. Your parents are going to be made aware of those soon about how we deliver lessons and activities and things. So I want to make sure that we're staying consistent with constantly checking our work and making sure that we're being diligent in doing so. It's about 6:45. My homework isn't due for you until Friday, which I know. I'm literally right now, it's Tuesday the 14th. I do my recordings at night. And I still have 3 people didn't turn in their assignment from today, which is fine. You have until Friday. But guys, I can't stress to you enough to make sure you're getting your work done beforehand, on time, when it's due, that you get into that good routine. Okay? The other thing is, remember we have the 10 o'clock in the morning Zoom meeting. If you don't understand a concept, I took a look at today's Google Forms from those 11 students, and we didn't do too hot. As a matter of fact, some of you, Izzy, I want you to be at the Zoom meeting. Owen Thompson-Hole, I want you to be at the Zoom meeting today. Zeka, at 10 o'clock, I want you to be at the Zoom meeting as well. And there's a couple things that I want to work out with you guys. We can do that at the Zoom meeting on Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. So please make sure you're there. And if you don't understand, like we had somebody today, and I was able to meet with that child for about 8 minutes, literally, and we hammered it out. And that child did very well on their Google form, which is fantastic. And that's the name of the game, okay? So let's get this show rolling. What do you say? Today is, we're going to continue with adding mixed numbers. This time I've got 15 problems I would like you to do on a mathaids.com sheet. And then I have a Google form for you to do. But before we do that, please copy your notes. Okay, pause the video and copy your notes. Sorry. All right, so here we go. If we're adding mixed numbers, 1 3/4 plus 3 3/4. Remember, we always check the denominator, make sure it's the same. We have to stack it, separate it, check our denominators to make sure they're the same. If the denominators are not the same, you got to make sure that you make them the same by converting them. And fix your answer, no improper. So, in this case, 1 plus 3 is 4. 3/4 plus 3/4 is 6/4. That's improper. So 6/4 becomes 1 2/4. So you had your 4 from earlier, plus 1 2/4 gives you 5 2/4. Now remember, top math students, your answer should be in reduced fraction form. 2/4 should be reduced to 1/4. Sorry, that's my kid washing his hands. Okay?
1/2, actually.
Right, you're right. Thanks, Joe. 2/4 should be reduced to 1/2. All right? So, I've got 4 problems we're going to do together. Please, at this point, pause the video, copy down the problems, and complete them. And then unpause, and we'll go over it together. Okay, here we go. So first rule is to stack. So we have 1 3/5 plus 3 4/5. When we stack them, we separate them. So we come up with 4 7/5. Now that 7/5 is improper. So we've got to turn that into 1 2/5. So our 4 plus 1 2/5 is 5 2/5. Our next problem, 2 2/6. 2 6/8 plus 3 7/8. Stack it, separate it. So we've got 5 and 13 eighths. 13 eighths, that's improper, right? So that 13 eighths becomes 1 and 5 eighths. Remember, how many times does 8 go into 13? It goes once. What's my remainder? 5. So now I have to add 5 wholes to 1 and 5 eighths, and I get 6 and 5 eighths. Now, can I give you guys a tip? This is very important because I think some of you are getting your Google answer forms wrong. You're going to type this answer in. You hit 6, and then there should be a space bar, 5/8. Okay? Now, 3 and 8/12 plus 2 and 7/12. Stack it, separate it. So we've got 5 and 15/12. 15/12, what is it? That's right, it's improper. So 15/12 becomes 1 and 3/12. So our 5 plus our 1 and 3/12 gives us 6 and 3/12. Now, you could have that as an answer.
Because of that, I got 133 coins.
No. Okay. So you had, remember, my top math students, we got to see that 3/12 can be reduced to 1/4. So you can have this as an answer or 6 and 1/4. That's what's going to be expected of you as a 5th grader. And our last one, 3 and 3/8 plus 2 and 6/8. Stack it, separate it, 5 and 9/8. Improper, woo, woo. 1 and 1/8. Bring the 5, 6 and 1/8. All right, so that's our lesson. Do me a favor. If you don't understand, hit us up at the Zoom meeting. If I asked you to come to the Zoom meeting earlier, please make sure you're there, and I'll see you in a little bit. Peace.